Hi there, it's Claire here. I'm just doing a new moon in Virgo for September 14th, 15th summary. So I've looked at the three normal astrologers, Bracker Goldsmith, Tanya Gabrielle and Pam Gregory. I'm going to try and zip through it. So the new moon is in Virgo, and as Bracker said, it's like harvest time, and there are 6 planets in Earth signs. So Earth is really kind of grounding, bringing you back down to Earth. Great for healing, connecting with nature, and about slowing down, and centering. And Virgo can be good to choose the wheat from the chaff because it's about discernment and discriminating. So she talked about like choosing what company to be in, what words to use, what foods to be eating, that type of feeling. And it links to nature. So she talked about things like herbs, potions, lotions, joyfulness, as well, with Mercury in Virgo, and till actually October the 5th, that is. And really about linking to animals and giving them a little bit more attention perhaps than normal, and plants. So it's that kind of focus. And then Tanya Gabrielle, who's also into numerology, talked about for the 14th of September, the new moon, 21 degrees of Virgo. And 21 is the number, she says, of truth shall set you free. And she talked about Virgo being to do with health, healing, gifts, healing gifts, and crystals, flowers, essential oils, and about clearing out our space, almost doing a feng shui type thing, discernment. And also Virgo can be kind of a bit of a perfectionist. So, and it's about service and covering, things like humility and less of an ego, if you like, about getting out in nature really as well, really. And Pam Gregory, so I'm zipping through today, I didn't want to get stuck. She talked about as well, we had that full moon in Pisces, and there'd be probably quite a lot of tears and compassion and a possible feeling of overwhelm. Do you remember, I think it was on the last day of August, and about turning inwards and like putting our feet on the grass and grounding. But interestingly, she'd recorded her video, something, I can't remember, it was towards the end of August, but for this new moon. And she mentioned increased seismic activity with Uranus stationary retrograde. And it's interesting because we've had horrendous issues, haven't we, in Morocco? And then we've had horrendous issue in Libya as well. And she talked about the date 4th of September, people feeling rebellious around that date. I think it was. And also that Venus was retrograde stationary, and we may have had a very sort of good look and evaluation at relationships, values or finances, because Venus was retrograde around 3rd of September, so needing more clarity, in other words. So it's often a time when that planet and Venus is linked with love, but also the other things, values and finances. So having a kind of more time to look at those things. And she talked about Jupiter, 4th of September, Jupiter retrograde at 15 degrees of Taurus. And also being kind of, Jupiter is really positive, but many planets as well move very slowly at the moment. And she talked about with Jupiter retrograde going into more wisdom, and that we may have been emotional, but we see that event with wisdom, if you like, as well. And she talked as well, Pam, about the 8th of September, and that the Uranus and Moon were kind of some kind of position. So it might cause some feistiness, anger, clarity. Well, I can't even remember back to the 8th, but it could have done. I'm not sure, to be honest. But she talked about like this new moon being great for new things and setting intentions. And she talked about the discernment and simplification of our lives and getting rid of clutter. And also, what did she talk about as well? Saturn ruling Capricorn, increased control on communications. And there could be a sort of clampdown on communications, and that also Neptune might cloud things with illusions. So we need to be more really discerning about the truth at the moment, and using our higher intuition, and to create this kind of new earth that is coming. And what else did she say? She talked about we kind of need to take a collective response and drop into the peace, joy and love. Otherwise we just do go round in circles. It is a very trying time, but that we're moving, forwards out of what they call three-dimensional, a three-dimensional dynamic, but that we need to keep the frequency high, and be grateful for what we have, and be in nature as much as we can. Otherwise we just get frustrated, and she seems to think really stay vigilant and get out of kind of any victimhood if we can do, and become more healthy. And that in a way she was saying, like, we are pioneers for new earth, and we have a huge legacy and we can create something great, but look back with pride. And she was basically saying, I think light workers unite. We've come through so much, and yeah, there's probably more to come, but it's all part of, if you follow her at all or follow me, because I've also been aware of it and looked at her videos, that we are rebuilding so many systems and things. And on the same frequency we can create more light. So that's just a really quick synopsis, but obviously the new moon is a good time for new starts of any sort, but it's linking in with Virgo, so this discernment would be very pertinent at this time. So anyway, it's a good 7 minutes or so, and I hope that's a nice quick summary for you. Thank you very much. Bye.